Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. A four-time WWE champion recently left the promotion to join AEW. A wrestling veteran claimed the 35-year-old star failed to reach his full potential in the Stamford-based company because of Triple H. Ricochet spent nearly 6 years in WWE and held multiple titles, including the Intercontinental and the United States Championships. However, he was never considered one of the company's top stars. He recently left the Stamford-based company after his contract expired and joined AEW. He debuted in Tony Khan's promotion at All in London on August 25th. While addressing Ricochet's move to AEW on the Behind the Turnbuckle podcast, wrestling veteran Jonathan Coachman claimed Triple H was one of the reasons why the highflyer never became a top WWE superstar. The former interim Raw general manager stated that the game is not a fan of Ricochet's wrestling style. I believe part of the reason he didn't make it in the WWE to the levels that a lot of people thought he would, Tommy, is because when you have Triple H, who's the head guy, and Triple H was always, his style was always storytelling, it was always hard matches that you really sell, the hair and all that. That was not Ricochet's style. It's a high spot after a high spot after a high spot. And I think, for at least Triple H, and he's the end-all be-all, he just doesn't like that style on a major superstar, he said. 9:07 to 9:38, Ricochet commented on his decision to leave WWE for AEW. After making his AEW debut, Ricochet addressed his decision to leave the Stamford-based company to join Tony Khan's promotion in an interview with Sports Illustrated. The 35-year-old stated it was a big decision to leave WWE after spending 6 years in the promotion, recalling the wonderful memories he left behind. However, he pointed out he wasn't averse to change in life and backed his decision to sign with the Jacksonville-based company. It was definitely a big decision, but honestly, yes and no. Obviously, yes, it was hard because it's a place I've been for the last 6 years. I got some really good connections, some friends, and some good memories there. So it was definitely hard. But at the same time, no, it wasn't because I am a person who has always changed. I've always done stuff, so that's something that I was looking forward to, he said. Ricochet added that he felt the AEW product was fun and wanted to be part of it. It would be interesting to see if the highflyer will find more success in Tony Khan's promotion, especially with his style of wrestling being appreciated by the president. The world of professional wrestling is a cutthroat business, where the brightest stars are often those who can navigate the treacherous waters of backstage politics as skillfully as they do the ring. One of the most surprising revelations to come out of WWE recently is the claim that Triple H, one of the most influential figures in the company's history, is the reason why a certain four-time WWE champion never reached his full potential. This veteran, who has seen it all, didn't hold back when he revealed the behind-the-scenes machinations that allegedly led to the champion's departure for AEW. The champion's early rise. The champion in question was once touted as the future of WWE. He burst onto the scene with a mix of technical prowess, charisma, and a unique ability to connect with the audience. His first title win was a moment of triumph, the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. As he stood in the ring, belt in hand, it seemed the sky was the limit. He quickly racked up 3 more WWE Championship wins, each victory further cementing his status as one of the top stars in the company. Fans loved him, and he became a fixture of WWE's biggest shows. But as the years went on, something began to change. His momentum stalled, his storylines became less compelling, and soon, he was no longer the main event attraction he had once been. The veteran's revelation. The veteran, who has been a part of the wrestling business for decades, recently opened up about what he believes caused the champion's decline. According to him, the blame lies squarely at the feet of Triple H. Triple H has always had a vision for WWE, the veteran began, and if you didn't fit into that vision, it didn't matter how talented you were, how over you were with the fans, or how many championships you had won. You were going to be held back. The veteran went on to explain that the champion was never one of Triple H's guys. While the champion was respected for his in-ring work, he didn't have the right look or attitude that Triple H favored. He wasn't a muscle-bound powerhouse like the guys Triple H loves to push, the veteran explained. And he wasn't willing to play the political game that Triple H thrives on. The champion's frustration as time went on, the champion grew increasingly frustrated. He knew he had more to offer, that he could be the face of the company if given the chance. But every time he pitched an idea or suggested a new direction for his character, it was shot down. Triple H would always have an excuse, the veteran said. He'd say the timing wasn't right, or that the storylines were already set, or that they needed to focus on someone else at the moment. The champion watched as other wrestlers, many of whom he felt were less deserving, were given opportunities that he was denied. He began to feel like he was being intentionally held back, that no matter how hard he worked or how much the fans supported him, he would never be allowed to reach his full potential. The final straw, the breaking point, came during a creative meeting where the champion pitched a storyline that he believed would not only elevate his character but also bring in massive ratings for the company. It was bold, different from anything WWE had done before, and the champion was convinced it would be a game changer. But Triple H dismissed the idea almost immediately. According to the veteran, Triple H didn't even bother to hear the champion out fully. He just cut him off and said it wasn't going to work, the veteran recounted. The champion tried to argue his case, but Triple H wasn't having it. He had already made up his mind. That meeting was the final straw for the champion. He realized that as long as Triple H was in charge, he would never be able to achieve the level of success he believed he was capable of. And so, he made the difficult decision to leave WWE. The move to AEW. The wrestling world was shocked when the champion announced he was leaving WWE for AEW. Fans couldn't believe that one of the company's top stars was jumping ship. But for those who knew the champion personally, it wasn't a surprise. AEW gave him the freedom to be himself, the veteran said. They didn't try to fit him into a mold. They let him have creative input, they valued his opinions, and they treated him with the respect he deserved. Since joining AEW, the champion has thrived. He's been involved in some of the company's most high-profile matches and storylines, and his passion for the business has been reignited. Fans have taken notice, and many have commented that he looks happier and more motivated than he has in years. Triple H's reaction back in WWE. Triple H has remained tight-lipped about the champion's departure. He has praised the champion in interviews, calling him a great talent and a consummate professional. But behind closed doors, the veteran believes that Triple H is secretly relieved. Triple H never liked the idea of someone succeeding outside of his system, the veteran explained. He wants to be the one who makes or breaks careers. So while he might say the right things in public, I think deep down, he's happy to see the champion gone. The legacy left behind the champion's departure from WWE is a stark reminder of the power dynamics at play behind the scenes. While fans see the glitz and glamour of the wrestling world, the reality is often much more complex. The veteran's revelation about Triple H's role in the champion's career raises important questions about how much potential has been squandered due to personal biases and backstage politics. As the champion continues to make waves in AEW, fans can't help but wonder what could have been if he had been given the chance to reach his full potential in WWE. But one thing is certain, he is determined to write his own story, on his own terms, and prove that he was always destined for greatness, with or without WWE's blessing.